Hey guys, Justin from War Farmer Pete here. Just enjoying an avocado smoothie with a spoon. Just ignore this thing on my nose. I got beat up because I was too good at Boom Beach Frontlines. Today, I'm going to be doing a tier list of all the troops in Boom Beach Frontlines. If you don't know what Boom Beach Frontlines is, I'm not going to tell you because you wouldn't have clicked on this video otherwise. I was in the very lucky group of the 500 people who got accepted in North America to play in both of the playtesting sessions, and because of that, I have a pretty good understanding of the game so far. I think, maybe, I hope so. We're still in closed alpha. We might be seeing some really big changes to the troops, to the game in general. There's no task forces, there's no friend invites, and I think they're going to come in the beta, hopefully. I actually think this game so far is relatively balanced. I don't think anyone's broken. I don't think anyone's trash either, so that's a really good sign. But yeah, this is all my opinion, so you can disagree with me, I don't really care. Just know that I'm better than you though. So if you guys enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe as well, you know, all that stuff. Not a lot of people are subscribed, only 36%. So if you're part of that 64, let's get started with this tier list. But yeah, there's only 6 troops in the game. I don't think any of them are trash. In fact, not only is none of the troops in F tier, I don't think any of the troops are D tier either. I think they're all at least C tier. They're all usable to some degree. So with that said, in the C tier, we're gonna start with the C tier. I decided to put number 6 as the Flamer. I think the Flamer is probably the worst troop in the game in my opinion. And the reason I say this is because there really aren't any specific pros, no specific positives, no good reason of why you should pick the Flamer over other troops in the game. The troop that I would compare the Flamer to the most would be the Assault, because it's very well-rounded. There's no specific use, and you know, it doesn't do anything terribly, it just doesn't do anything amazingly either. Does that mean the Assault is going to be in the C tier? No, it's not. The Flamer is slower than the Assault. It's also less threatening than the Assault because of that, and although it does have more health, it's not worth it. I think speed is really important in this game, and I'll talk about that later when we get to the Heavy. So the one thing that's special about the Flamer though is that it has splash damage. You know, splash damage is nice, I like splash damage. Not in this game though. I think splash damage really isn't necessary. If you're going up against a decent team, they're not going to all be bunched up together. The only time that's going to happen is if they're capturing a point. But usually in cases like that, they'll have a shield or something. And by the way, if they do put down a shield, you're done. Like, what are you gonna do? Look at me, I'm burning everyone up. They're all together, they're all gonna die. Oh, what's this, a shield? Like, no. The only other positive I could see is maybe using them against grunts, because they are good against, you know, how many there are. They have low health, the splash damage is good against them. But it's not like every game has grunts, you know? So, and even then, I wouldn't even use the Flamer just to deal with grunts. Are you really going to pick a specific troop only to deal with a power-up that you're not even sure if the enemy team will even buy? It's just not worth it. Don't use the Flamer. The Flamer's usable. It's C tier, that means it's usable. It's not utter garbage. It's just worse than everyone else. If you don't think that the Flamer is the worst in the game, then I'm gonna guess that you probably think it's Zuka. Her aim lock, the aim lock in this game is overpowered. Did I say her aim lock is bad? Yeah, it's terrible. It misses way too much on moving opponents. She's good against vehicles, she's good against buildings if she's not the one being hit. She has absurdly low amount of health. It's really bad. She's pretty much exploitable by every troop in the game. But the reason why she is above the Flamer is because what she aims to do, she does it pretty well. She's the best at also taking down defenses, again, if she's not the one being hit. She just sucks at doing everything else. That's really all I can say. All right, moving on. We're gonna go to B tier. Only one troop is in the B tier. And this troop's going to be the Heavy. So the Heavy has slightly more damage and also slightly more range than the Assault, which is pretty nice. It's got plenty of HP. Yeah, the most HP out of all the troops in the game. The downside is he's also the slowest and also has the longest reload time. There's not really much I can say about the Heavy other than Heavy slow, haha, Heavy bad, haha. Well, not really bad. I think starting from the B tier is when they start to become like a good option. It's just heavy slow. That's all you gotta take away from this video is heavy slow. Heavy very slow. Heavy reload time slow. Good health, but heavy slow. And it's not like all slow troops are bad. I mean, I'm only talking about troops here, but if we're talking about vehicles, I mean, just look at the tank and the Scorcher. Who cares about their speed? They demolish everything in their path. We're talking about troops, so speed is important. It's because engaging and disengaging is something you really need to get a good understanding of in this game, because aiming is just not really in existence because of the aim lock. So you just have to know when to engage on the opponent. Man, this smoothie is killing my voice. I'm still eating it though. Moving on to the A tier at number 3, the third best in the game. We're in the top half now. This one is going to probably surprise a few people because I think this is the most popular troop in the game. I also think this is what most people would consider the best, but for a few reasons, I will explain why I think it's only at 3rd place. And I think if you're an alpha tester, you probably know what I'm about to say. So number 3 is going to be the sniper. So the sniper is a semi-auto sniper. She has 3 clips of ammo. She's got great range and she's got great speed. That's really good. I believe she has the longest range in the game. I'm pretty sure it's longer than the Zuka, which is great because if you're good enough, you can space yourself out well, and the speed helps yourself to do that. And so if you can outrange the opponent for a long duration of time, like they're done. What are they going to do to you? You're going to be untouchable. But here's where things start to falter a little, because yes, you can make it so the opponents can never engage you because you're outranging them the whole time. But what if they are the ones to engage you first? What if they get in range of you? Think about that, right? And so what happens if they get in range of you? Let's say an assault gets in range of a sniper first. I mean, there's not really much case for the sniper unless she has a power-up that can save her right on time. Like, she's done. She has less health than Zuka, less health than everyone, actually. 4 times less health than a heavy, actually. Yeah, I wrote that in my notes. You have to play her very carefully. You have to have really good spacing. You have to know when to shoot, when to not shoot, because when you are aiming, your speed shrinks so much you pretty much can't move. She's definitely one of the harder troops to use in the game, but high risk, high reward, I would say, with the sniper. So basically, to sum it all up, if you outrange them, good. If they get in range of you, you're done. All right, number 2, still in the A tier. This one's interesting because I actually think that this troop has the potential to be the best in the game by far because of its game-breaking mechanics. But because we don't have teams or team invites, friend invites, whatever, task forces, I can't really confirm this being number 1 yet, but I do think it will be in beta. And at number 2 is going to be the medic. If you were to have a real team that actually knew what they were doing and you had a set game plan, I feel like you have to have a medic. I could go without any other troop in the game. I could go without an assault. I can go without a sniper. I can go without a heavy. I can go without a Zuka. I cannot go without the medic. You need a medic on the team. If I see that there's no medic on the team, I'm gonna have to switch to medic. And I don't even like using medic. And it's because he heals people. That's a broken mechanic. You can't heal over time in this game. But the medic just destroys that, just throws that out of the window. Do I really need to say anything else? I mean, come on. Also, if you haven't noticed, up until now, the top 3 troops are all fast. All their movement speeds are fast. The medic is fast, if you didn't know. I mean, he heals. How is that not top 3 worthy? He heals. The only flaw is that, I mean, he can't do damage, and the randoms are garbage with the medic, I gotta say. Wow. If you are an alpha tester, you know what I mean. But I think number 2 is good for now. I think he'll be number 1 soon. We'll see what happens. Did my room get darker? Man. The room, like, becomes fully blacked out at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock p.m. All right, we have made it to the S tier. Only 1 troop in the S tier, only 1 troop remains left over. I actually don't think this troop is broken by any means. I think this troop is just perfectly well-rounded. And yeah, I think that the best troop, believe it or not, is the assault. He's fast, he's got decent damage, he can move while aiming, he's just perfectly well-rounded, perfectly versatile, can do everything at least decently, he does nothing bad. And if I'm thinking about one-on-one matchups, he pretty much beats everyone who has less health than him or does less damage than him. I'd say the only time he loses is against a vehicle, like maybe the armored car, the tank, the Scorcher as well, or when he's just completely outranged by the sniper like I mentioned previously. Other than that, he's nearly flawless. He's just the best overall troop in the game. There's not much more I can say beyond that. Doesn't need a nerf, doesn't need a buff. Just keep him the way he is. Just buff everyone else or something. As it stands, I think the Assault is the best. My room got so dark. Oh my goodness. You could probably scroll through the video. We'll go from light to dark. Oh wait, this video is over. And yeah, that is it. Be sure to take a screenshot right here on the screen. Bam, there's the screenshot of the tier list. If you guys have any questions as well, let me know in the comments about my opinions on certain things. I do have opinions on the power-ups, the defenses, the vehicles as well. I'm not gonna share them yet because this video would just be way too long if I included them. It was, this smoothie is killing me, bro. Man, I should just rename this video to Justin dying to an avocado smoothie while trying to explain Boom Beach Frontlines troops.